Hey friends, Amy Lyons here. Today we're talking about absorption rate in real estate. What does that mean and why do we care? Absorption rate is one of the ways that we measure how quickly the market is moving, so the pace of the market. And it's a good indicator of what will be happening in the near future, which also tells us whether or not prices are going up or down. So this is an important indicator. It's something that we call a leading indicator, not a lagging indicator. Lagging tells us what happened in the past. Leading is telling us what's going to happen in the future. So we're going to focus on leading indicators so that we know what to anticipate in the future so that we can give our clients good advice, whether this is a good time to buy or sell or whatever they're looking to do. So let me share my screen real quick and I'm going to show you my quick MLS search. All I'm looking at here is one zip code in Gilbert. This is 85298 and I'm only looking at 4-bedroom homes in that zip code. So this is a limited snapshot of one section of the market, right? So I can run this search for you in any neighborhood or boundary or zip code or whatever you want. But what I'm looking at in the last 90 days, there were 78 4-bedroom homes that sold in this zip code in Gilbert. And so reasonably in 3 months, we can say that about 25 or 26 houses that have 4 bedrooms have sold in that area. And if I wasn't a very good agent, I might also skip up to the top section here and say the active inventory is 57, so there's about a 2-month supply. So I might be preparing my sellers to be on the market for up to 2 months, or maybe more if they're a little bit overpriced or the condition isn't great. And I might be telling my buyers that they've got some negotiating power in this area because homes are sitting on the market for about 60 days or so. And even though technically that would be considered a seller's market, 60 days on the market, realistically in our Amazon days where we expect everything to be delivered to our doorstep tomorrow, people do not think that 60 days is a very quick moving market. And so it tends to lean more towards a buyer's market when you get around that 60-day mark. It's just consumer behavior. So, however, if I look at 25, 26 homes selling each month, and then I look at 57 on the market, I'm going to say about a 2-month supply. What I skipped over is this big section here, which are the properties that are under contract. We have 3 different categories that indicate under contract. And when we tally these up here, we have 58 houses that are currently pending. They are waiting for closing. They've already accepted the offer and it's just waiting for closing. These will likely be closed in the next 30 to 35 days. That's pretty typical for our market. So now I look at 58 pending and 57 active. That's a 1-to-1 ratio. That is actually a 100% absorption rate. The market is absorbing 100% of the inventory that is on the market right now in a 30-day period of time. So now all of a sudden my average of 60 days just dropped in half because I'm paying attention to pendings here. And just so you know, historically, we would think that something around 2 or 3 houses pending for every 10 that are on the market would be considered a balanced market. Something around that 20 to 30% would be considered balanced. But just so you know, the last couple of years when the market was in a total frenzy, we might have 40 or 50 houses pending for every 10 that are on the market. So it completely flipped the other way. That was a frenzy. That would be an absorption rate of 400% or more. So all of a sudden you understand that absorption rate can give you an indication of what's going to happen in the future. Am I likely to have to compete for a house if I'm a buyer? If I have to compete for it, I'm probably going to have to pay more than the list price in order to win that negotiation. And for the sellers, that helps them to understand how much do they have to spend to get their house ready for the market? How do they need to price it compared to their recent sales in the area? And how many offers should they expect right away? Or do they need to anticipate being on the market for a few weeks before getting offers? All of these things kind of hinge around what the activity is in that neighborhood right now, and that's why we look at absorption rate. So if you want me to run that sort of a calculus on your own neighborhood or an area that you're considering purchasing, please do let me know. I'm happy to do so. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.